First, it would be telling a compelling story that ends with sales, but starts with more of the brand because execs really care about how they come across, right? And execs will come across meaning on Amazon, but also on your own direct to consumer, what the brand really stands for. And so it has to come back to sales or potential of sales, like Alex said, but it also has to be about audience. And so that's what we talk about targeted content and exceptional content experiences is achieving a level of scale of targeted content. Notice I'm not saying personalization because
Hmm.
personalization could mean I have an email that says, "Hey, Chris, like, want to check out this product." But, targeted content is chopping up your customer base into smaller and smaller, defined cohorts and segments, right? And so a good example with product information is Gen Z, and they have a lot of different things that they care about that maybe
Yep.
millennials or older generations didn't, including product information or the
Mhm.
composition of the ingredients or what went into making a shoe with polyurethane or something like that. So even though product information and that you kind of call those like specs that you would just show up on a data sheet or at the bottom of the PDP, and maybe like the average consumer maybe wouldn't even look at that, but it has to be there by like, by law. It's almost the leader now of a brand story saying, hey, we made this
Totally.
ethically or with this, sustainable material. So that's really interesting to me. And if you can weave in that sustainability play to your, for example, and actually say it's going to make the brand stand out, not just check some sort of box on the back end, I think that's really powerful.
Well, and the content is just starting there too, Brian. Like that's the thing
Yep.
that I think is really interesting. Like when you get to the core of what you're talking about, the brand story, the content that they're developing that's going on those PDPs, that's engaging people on social,
Yep.
like that content is coming from like totally new dimensions and new product specifications are driving
Yep.
that. So you got
Uh,
to have all that together.
how it's made, where it's made, all of these. And, you might call that product information. And in the dam, we call it, the meta properties that sync both ways,
Yeah.
between the
Yeah.
dam and the PXM. How many times are we at cocktail parties or something? You're talking about a brand or a purchase you just made, and someone says, yo, the cool thing is that it's actually, they make it the right way, or they got a cool
Yeah.
story. Their
There's a
founder is
one for
from
one component or whatever.
yeah, there's a
Yeah.
one for one component. Their founder is from this space and he has a really great mission. And it's like that's coming up more and more. And that's when we say exceptional content experiences. It's just putting all of that front and center,
Yeah.
such that the consumer can make the right choice and has all the information on hand.